Episode 19. They always listening. Welcome to episode 19 of Who Is Music, where it's the worst time of the year. They got the Little League World Series on ESPN. Sitting there watching 6th and 7th grade girls and guys blow a 4-run lead in the bottom of the last inning. So is that a skill gap? Or is that coaching? Dude, you need to drop more podcasts, dude. You can't be sitting here dropping a podcast every other fucking month, dude. People want to listen to you and shit, man. Man, I've been watching the Little League World Series, bro. I'm thinking about becoming a coach. Even have any kids to be coaching? Is that a requirement? That I need to have kids on the team to be able to coach them? Yes, otherwise you're the creepy weird dude who's coaching youth sports. Okay, well, you want me to make more podcasts, right? So what do you want to listen to me about? You know what, nigga? Them jokes. We came here for them jokes, nigga. Okay, so how about this then? Why are jokers not in Texas Hold'em? Because you got to know when to fold them and you got to know when to joke them. Okay. You just sound like the type of dude who probably goes all in on the first go around playing Texas Hold'em. All in. Talking about you want to get rich or die trying 50 Cent style. You were one of them kids who got G-Unit clothes from Rugged Warehouse, didn't you? XLs. 11-year-old wearing an XL men. I like my shit saggy back in the day. Saggy? That would be an understatement. You were wearing shorts that came down to your ankles, buddy. What's your favorite 50 Cent album? Well, you know I was a G-Unit fan, so beg for mercy. I said 50, not the whole gang. I teach you how to stunt. My wrists stay rocked up. My TVs pop up in the Maybach Benz. I teach you how to stunt. Okay, stunt 101, huh? Yeah, that is a classic. That is definitely a classic right there. You got good music taste. Yeah, y'all ain't think I know this. You ain't think I know for real. I don't really. I don't know anything about a Maybach besides Maybach. I teach you how to stunt. My wrists stay rocked up. My TVs pop up in the Maybach Benz. I teach you how to stunt. But man, do you know how much shit has been going on? The Knicks won a championship. How about the Knicks? Knicks in 5. Let's go Knicks. Fuck Chaya. Fuck Chaya. Fuck Chaya. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Besides that Taylor Swift, yeah, you still owe me fucking tickets, girl. You still owe me my fucking tickets. Sitting courtside at the game I told you I wanted to go to. Wearing heels, courtside. I hope you rolled your fucking ankle. Bouncing up and down like a pair of balls. Not balls, but like basketballs. You know, like the 2-ball dribble drill. It's supposed to be good to help you with your non-dominant hand dribbling, so. But you did say your dick is bigger, so who knows nowadays, considering all this trans stuff going around. I mean, we got a damn WNBA coach talking about trans kids. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to say anything about trans kids. Except, why are you a trans kid? Huh? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say nothing else about it. I met one trans person my whole life. And if there was an award for the world's ugliest human being, it would go to them. It was a man who trans to a girl. A man who trans. Ugly motherfucker, too. I tell you, this was the ugliest motherfucker. I'm not even bullshitting, though. Like, that's how serious I am. Like, this nigga was the ugliest person I've ever met. And probably why he turned trans. But now, you're ugly and trans. So, you don't have any chance at love. But back to this Knicks game that Taylor Swift was at. She was at the damn game where OG made that tip-in shot. One of the best games you could possibly ever go to. A legendary shot made in the finals. The New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden, man. It don't get fucking better than that. It don't. I was going crazy in my house. But if y'all are listening and you know who OG Anunoby is, he is the stereotypical dude who talks how he does not look at all. Name 2. I'm sitting here looking at it and I don't know how to spell it. Like, he is so big and muscular and he don't talk like that. This is how this nigga talk.
He got a good look and I just crashed and went for the ball.
You make it sound
whatever it takes to win, you know? I mean, our thing is crashing. I think it's crashing the glass and second chance opportunities, so I just try to make a play.
OG, how did this happen? You guys were down 29. How did this happen?
We're resilient, you know, we never give up, you know, it's a game of runs. They went on a run early. We knew we were going to go on our own run, so we just stayed with it, kept pushing.
29 points, though. When you're down 29, what were you guys saying to each other?
Just stay with it, you know. It's a game of runs. We believe in ourselves. We've come back before. We're battle-tested. We're mentally, we're tough. We're a resilient group, so we just stay with it.
When you took the lead in the fourth quarter, what did this building feel like to you? We know what it felt like for us. What did it feel like for you?
It's electric. There's nothing like it. I mean, you see the fans, best fans in the world. It's amazing.
3-1 series lead going to San Antonio. How do you close it out in Texas?
How about giving the ball to Jalen Brunson? Letting my man fucking cook. At first, I didn't know how good Jalen Brunson was until he came on to the Knicks and I started watching him more. And then I realized it's his ability to use his pivot foot or his body control, like a 2-foot jump stop, or just getting in the paint, establishing himself, and then pump faking, stepping around. His body control is world class. But that's all I'm going to say about the Knicks, because I could go all day about them. And if I go any longer, I'm going to start bitching about Karl Anthony Towns fouling again. So let's go ahead and stop this now. And you lucky I ain't going to talk about that Game 5 performance either. 2 points. It's going to be a short conversation. Point A and point B. You play like Dookie. Did somebody just say the ESPYs? Or did they just say Espanol? Hostia. I personally thought it was going to be England versus France in the final. I thought it would have made a much better match. I mean, the third place game between them two was a great game, but I mean, obviously they ain't fucking playing for shit in there. But if I had to say what was probably the most memorable game outside of the third place game, it would probably be a match that occurred during the group stage between Paraguay and Turkey. 10 men Paraguay were holding on for dear life for 30 minutes, trying to prevent Turkey from scoring. All-time performance. I swear, I was watching this game and I was just like, man, Turkey is flying around and they just cannot score. And you know, fucking Paraguay, they out there fucking playing American football, roughing shit up. And when they had played France, one of their women congresswomen or senators, they had pretty much like attacked Mbappe, calling out his heritage roots and stuff, how he should be playing for the Cameroonian national team. But, I mean, most Africans who be playing for France or in other countries, I mean, like, they have roots in Africa. But it ain't the only place where that shit happened. Like, where everybody is just, like, getting on the France team. It's not as common now, but from, like, 2010 to 2020, a lot of German players should have been playing on the Turkish national team. Like, İlkay Gündoğan or Mesut Ozil, like, they're really Turkish opposed to German. But that Paraguayan senator, I'm gonna read the whole thing of what she said, because her talking about him being Cameroonian, that wasn't the only thing this bitch had said. Listen to this shit. Instead of his mother's milk, he sucked on coconuts, and the most cultured thing he has heard in his life are chimpanzees. This brute never even learned how to write. He is a colonized Cameroonian pretending hard to be French, resentful, new money, arrogant, and ugly. He was nervous and scared stiff for the whole match. Just like the rest of his team, they couldn't score a single goal from open play, and they won by the skin of their teeth. The only thing many of us hold against the Paraguayan national team is that they didn't give him a good open-handed slap after the match was over. And I'm not even a football fan. I had some shit like coming out of my mouth reading it. I think it was foam. So much shit to do with that. I don't even know where to begin. But you know, if some shit is going to start off with, instead of his mother's milk, get your popcorn ready. That's good. I'm going to leave that bitch alone though. Because any congresswomen who is speaking like that, you know they running with the cartel. The Paraguayan cartel or whatever popular gang is down there. But back to regular scheduled programming, shit that's been going on my street. There was like a deer that got hit, and he's been on the side of the road. But the deer, the side of the road is practically on the road, right? And ain't nobody going and picking that deer up and throwing him in the bushes and shit. But this deer, like a week ago, his whole body was there. But now today, like you don't see nothing but the nigga's ribs. Like sweet baby back ribs covered in hickory smoked barbecue sauce. Crows and vultures been coming all throughout the day and just tearing this nigga up. Getting all that shit off of him. So it ain't nothing but fucking bones in the street. And I'm like, I ain't going and throwing a nigga in the bushes, yo. Like, that nigga probably got AIDS and shit. And I ain't touching no nigga with AIDS, that's for sure. I ain't even gonna drink after you, nigga. So if you got AIDS, you better tell me. Because I don't want nothing to do with you. And now I'm out there walking my damn dog and he want to go sniffing the remains of a damn deer. One bad trait that I do, y'all probably gonna think I'm a psychopath or something, but I try to hit birds. I don't try to hit cats or dogs. I let you guys go. But birds, if they on the ground when I'm driving, I'm speeding up. Cause I'm trying to catch me a bird today. Catch you a bird. Man, I'm sitting in this tight ass chair close to my desk. And every time I start to put together 3 sentences, I bang up against the desk. Gotta start over. One of my Johns recently, I ain't seen her in a while. Call her old reliable. Everybody's got one. It may not be the one that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, but she gonna be there when you need her. Right? Yes, sir. But she was like, I ain't seen you in a while. And I was like, yeah, I know. I picked up a couple of pounds. I got food stamps now. And she said, oh, food stamps look good on you. I was like, what, girl? I'm gonna use that. Food stamps look good on you, bro. For real, $299 worth of food stamps does look good on me, for real, straight up. And I ain't even gonna bullshit. Like, the first month that I had food stamps, the amount that I got was $328. Tell me why the next month, it already went down to $299. First month I got some food stamps. I was starving for half of the month. I went and splurged. Got all types of shit. I was buying homeless niggas shit up in there. Oh, he's trashy. He's on a podcast talking about him having food stamps. That is so trashy, girl. Girl, did you even hear what he said? He said he was buying a homeless man food. With his own food stamps, girl. Girl, you seriously think that nigga was out there buying a homeless man food with his own food stamps? I can tell you right now that nigga's tricking you, girl. I definitely ain't gonna talk about that shit. You know, the government is always listening. They always listening, trying to take food stamps from somebody. I remember the one time I actually gave a homeless person or like a beggar on the street asking for some money. I remember it clear as day. I was at the Burger King in Christiansburg, the one on Main Street. I was pulling out the drive-thru and that little bump, they need to fix that for real. Like, you always scraping the damn bottom of your car on that shit too. So y'all need to fix that shit for real. Y'all need to close down. But as I was coming out, like, there was a beggar on the street right there, and you know, he's asking me for some money. I'm like, okay, I'll give you a couple dollars. I thought the nigga was gonna go into Burger King and actually get him something. And later on that night, like, I'm smoking weed and I was like, damn, I ain't got no wraps. I go to the store. This was probably like 45 minutes later. I go to the store and I see this nigga coming out of the store holding a case of beer. I was like, from that point on, ain't no way I'm giving a homeless person shit now. You ruined it for everybody. Homeless people all across the world getting $1 to $5. From who is it? blame him. Because y'all ain't getting my money. And you definitely ain't getting my food stamps. Because they always listening. They always listening. When you first get it, you got to go through the whole interview process, and the person talks to you about whatever, and they're trying to tell you, watch out for scammers, because there are scammers from other states trying to get your food stamps money, and you won't ever know unless you keep track of it. And I wanted to just tell the bitch, you telling the wrong person. But I know it's procedure. You got to tell everybody the same thing. So I'm not going to hold it against you, guy. But hurry up. I need you to put this application in ASAP. Okay? But I mean, yeah, your food stamps work in any state. So if you have your card in Virginia and you're traveling somewhere else, you can just use your food stamps card somewhere else. And it happens frequently that people from California are scamming getting people's number from all over the world or all over the country. I don't know how they're able to do anything with it. From what I've seen, you can't input numbers at a terminal. Maybe you can do that in different states. The main scam that they do is part of a large organized fraud scheme. Store owners, they will apply to be a store that is eligible to receive SNAP payments for food purchases, right? And then the other people in the scheme, they are the ones who come in with scam cards and buy $500 worth of groceries. I would assume that they would just buy most expensive item that you can as many times as possible. So if that store had an item that was $25, they would just buy the same one over and over. That's how I would think if I was a scammer in that situation, but I don't know. And the store owner gives them $300 and then keeps $200 himself. It's a huge business. And when I went to get my card the last time, the woman, she had told me, yeah, we're cutting down on scams because all of these new cards, they're going to be getting the ones with the chip in them. I said, okay. Well, have a good day. Chips. One thing I noticed since I got my food stamps is that when you buy chips and they normally offer a huge sale, normally buy 4 for $10, call it the Kroger special. What I've noticed is the chips in those bags are normally the small ones. Scraps. Imagine you just got a big ass tub of chips. The ones that are on sale are the ones that are at the bottom of those tubs. Yeah, man, those are the ones that have the most flavor on the Doritos. The ones that are all crushed up. The scraps. I love the scraps. Okay, junkyard dog. Did you squish any cans and try to turn them in for money recently? Yeah, I used to do that. I used to sit in the Walmart parking lot and see if there were any cans laying around so I could pick them up, add them to my huge trash bag. This was when Walmart was actually 24 hours. Probably one of the biggest areas that we have regressed in as a society. Stores hours, especially Walmart. Man, these teenagers today will not know the feeling of going to Walmart at 2 a.m. with your buddy and 2 girls met up to have a smoke session, a parking lot somewhere, then go to Taco Bell, where 3 people's working, front man, back man, and shift lead, doing everything, who are already high themselves. Shift lead is the plug. Came to work with the fucking ounce of weed. Decided she was gonna smoke and munch on Taco Bell her whole shift. That's you, girl. Ain't it? That's you. Shift lead. Anybody else think that there are proportionally more women as shift leads than men? Any guesses on why that is? Because we don't want them to be manager. Duh. And when it comes time to announce a new manager, they'll normally hire outside of the organization a male. All that hard work y'all went through, ladies. This is how y'all get treated. Y'all gonna take that? Yeah, let me get 2 beefy crunch burritos, Doritos Locos, and that's it. Do you want any sauce with that? What type of sauce y'all got? We have mild, hot, and some green sauce I don't know the name of. Nah, I don't want no sauce you don't know the name of. That's it. Okay, your total is $8.12. Would you like to round up and support local children in need? No, not today. Do any of y'all ever feel bad about not donating or rounding up to whatever charitable organization they're asking you to do? Me, rarely. There are a few commercials that just makes a tear come out. But I'm sure all of you are probably familiar with that little jingle that is like Cars for Kids. Recently, I seen that they had like gotten into a scandal because it was like misleading and didn't disclose that the donations were benefiting an Orthodox Jewish church and pretty much sponsoring kids' trips to Israel. I wouldn't have guessed that the money was used for that, but I could have told you that ain't no money being used to buy no kid no fucking car. But it does raise the question, like, how have people not figured that out before? I don't know. It got me thinking about, like, when was the first time that I was really introduced to scamming or stealing? And it was this game. It was called Endless Online. It's pretty similar to RuneScape if you ever played it, except Endless was like a smaller version of it. It's a MMORPG, which is massively multiplayer online role-playing game. So it's one shared world. But it's funny how I like found out about this game because, you know, I'm a little nerd, so I was at the library a lot. And at the library, there's these 2 teenagers who were playing this game. And when I seen them play it, you know, I just walked behind them and seen them peeking, and I just peeked at it. I was like, oh, what are they playing? And so eventually, you know, I'm walking behind them like multiple times, taking 5 seconds to 10 seconds to just looking at their screen, see what they're playing. And then all of a sudden, I'm just literally standing behind them forever until they turn around and be like, you want to play? And I was like, yeah, how do I play? And they said, here, go to this website, download the installer, and create your character. So I complete my missions that allow me to go to the level that allows me to enter the real world of the game. I meet up with them and they're like giving me some of their hand-me-downs. That's how you know, like, I'm cheap virtually and IRL. Like, I'm wearing hand-me-downs in real life and in the game. Yeah. But the scamming within the game, it was pretty much just like social engineering, just trying to talk people into doing something unknowingly or thinking they're getting something in return. The most popular one within the game was the duplication glitch, where you're like talking to a player and you drop 2 of the same item and you say, hey, if you want something duplicated, just give it to me and I'll do it for you. Just stupid shit. And niggas would fall for it, bro. I remember the biggest scam I hit on somebody, though. Hit it on 2 people. I was the middleman. In that game, like, if you had a reputation within the community, you know, people would start to trust you. So I had spent like such a long time being a middleman for other people, you know, like, you give me this, and I'll give the other person what you gave me. And so word of mouth has said like, yeah, this person's a good middleman, you can trust them and yada yada. But then motherfuckers put out a Draco armor in front of me. I said, oh gosh, I need to get this motherfucker. This was probably like one of the most expensive armors in the whole game. One person gives me the gold, the other person gives me the armor. I close out the fucking game. I don't log back in until like 5 hours. And I'm by myself with this fucking Draco armor. And all this fucking gold, man. I was like, what? I'm a scammer for life. The only bad thing about it though is seeing those two players in the world after the fact, like later in the game. Because now they know you and they're like, he's a scammer. Give me my Draco armor back. Give me my money back. Don't trust him. He's a scammer. So anytime I see them, I gotta log off the fucking game or go somewhere else that's not as popular. That was pretty much the only computer game I ever played. I wasn't really big into PC games, but that one was just like download the client, play it. Most of the people who play, that and RuneScape or World of Warcraft, which I never played, they're nerds. And how I can consider the scale of being a nerd is there are really two main levels. I'm going to compare it to defont.com. If you don't know what Defont is, it's just a place where, like, you can go and download a font and, put it on your graphics, whatever you wanted to do back in the day. It's still up and has many different fonts, but I'm sure it's probably not as used as much. But there are two types of nerds. People who actually go to defont.com and download a font, and people who upload a font. Two different levels of people right there. I was the downloader, not the uploader. That's how you get out of most internet trouble. Be the downloader. Be one of the million downloaders. Don't be the one uploader. Giving out solid advice today. But if you're someone who's actually gotten in trouble on the internet, like, damn, you really about your shit, nigga, for real. Stay away from me. And I don't mean gotten in trouble in the sense that, yeah, they banned my Snapchat because I'm out there linking to my OnlyFans. Ladies, that's not what Snap is for. When I snap these fingers, bring that ass over here, girl. That's what Snap is for. We all know this. I did see an article recently talking about how a group of people were within Snapchat in a private group where supposedly your messages are private, but they were using some type of AI tool that scanned the message and snap. One of the people in the chat was like a teacher at a school, and maybe a student teacher. Apparently one of her students like stole something from her and she said, should I shoot this person? In her private group, and then Snap's AI software like reported that to the FBI and they went to their school to get that girl. I mean, she ain't getting no trouble and it was kind of just like false flag, but they always listening. Man, imagine the FBI coming to school to get your teacher. You being taught by a murderer. That would be some crazy shit. I could see that in a movie or something. Nice little horror movie. But I think like a crazy potential movie that is similar along that line is like, what if like a gay person was a serial killer? Because all gay people, they be like super tight with the girls and shit. Then they just rape them and then kill them. Crazy shit. That's a good book right there, people. That's a good movie too. No, that's a good crazy person. That's some Stephen King shit. Up at Maine University. Vermont. That's just the default place where crazy characters or scary characters are from. That's one hypothesis that should be like tested. We should like get all the people from Vermont and poll the same amount of people from other states. And Maine too. Because I mean, obviously, they like a fraction of everybody else. So we could easily just like 1-to-1 them. You know what I mean? That way we can finally put an end to the rumors on, are those niggas the craziest niggas up there? I'm taking bets, fellas. Who you got? Nah, man, I'm still gonna put my money on Florida. By far, Florida. Florida's got the craziest motherfuckers down there. Can't compete. Okay, so I got one taker for Florida. Do I have any takers for California? Okay, no people for California. What about Virginia? Anybody here putting a few dollars on Virginia? Okay. Yeah, come on up, sir. Yeah, just go ahead, toss your $2.45 into the hat there. We'll get you squared away, buddy. Speaking of universities, though, did y'all know that they have, like, made SAT or ACT optional? Most universities. It started back during the pandemic where pretty much if you don't take the SAT or the ACT, you won't be penalized for it on your application. Bro, that shit was so long ago. I don't even remember if I took the ACT or the SAT, but for real. Like, that shit was forever ago, bro. Yeah, I know, bro, but we ended up taking the SAT because remember we SAT our asses in that chair and took that motherfucker, didn't we? And you remember that shit too, like you ain't bring a pencil that day, so I had to spot you and I said, you better SAT your ass in that chair and take that test and get my fucking pencil back. But yo, like, what was you even doing there that day for real? Because didn't you end up going to NRCC? Come on, bro. Like, they made you take the SAT to get into NRCC. Man, I ain't going no fucking NRCC, dude. Your goofy head ass, nigga. Nah, you goofy as hell. That's why your ass ain't even getting to JMU, nigga. Talking about somebody goofy. I had planned my whole college experience around going to JMU. I was like 80% sure that I was about to get in. And I ain't even apply nowhere else. But luckily, you know, if you want like one of them low income students, they waive your application fees. So once I got my fees waived, I was like, shit, let me just go ahead and apply to every school in Virginia. I mean, for real, paying $50 for you to look at my application? To tell me no? Man, y'all bitches is crazy. Tell your employer to pay you to look at my shit. I actually forgot about this, but the year that I studied abroad, like, it was either that or go to ASU. Like, that's how you know how big I was into partying at that point. I applied to ASU, got in, obviously. I mean, I'm pretty sure fake people apply to ASU and get into there. But I was really going to go there and everything, and I had pretty much maxed out the loans that I could get from the government. And then I went to Sallie Mae. And I got loans from them, but still, like, I was like $7,000 short. And what's crazy is that I pretty much had a whole spot picked out and everything. Like, I had my roommate, and like, I had even talked to his dad like multiple times just to be like, yeah, me and him gonna live together and type of shit. Because this dude was much wealthier than me. And his dad was the co-signer on our apartment lease. And you know, me and him were on FaceTime. He was like, yeah, my dad's gonna call you sometime. He just wants to check in, make sure you're a good person and stuff. And you know, this is a real white person type of conversation. Yeah, I'm good. I have a 3.3. I'm studying computer science. You don't have nothing to worry about, sir. I started doing the math and I was like, man, I'm gonna be paying for this shit forever. I'm gonna have to press cancel. And I can honestly say without a doubt in my mind, I would not have learned shit there. Cause y'all know anybody from ASU who was big that didn't play sports? Because I don't. Man, do a quick Google search and you see that Jimmy Kimmel went to ASU, dumbass. Jimmy went to ASU? That's crazy. I bet you he ain't learned shit there. Jeez, Arizona State University's education system is catching a lot of strays today. I mean, I didn't even know what was going to happen. Just got here and here we are. I do know a couple of people who got educations from Phoenix Online. There ain't no bigger person who was proud of their education than someone who got their degree online. Not for real, like, they are the ones who take pictures of their grades and post it on social media with 99.9s and then another class with a 93 talking about they struggled in there. Bitch, you just got unfriended. For real, you just got unfriended. Because I don't care. do not care about your grades at Phoenix Online, girl. But yeah, I could not go to no purely online university. But a real campus university with online classes, yeah, go ahead and sign me up for those. When it comes time to register for classes, those are the main classes I'm looking for. Which ones are online? That way I ain't gotta go, and I can do this shit whenever I want to. Wish y'all's dining halls like, what's the ratio of African Americans to everybody else? But most importantly, what them hoes like? Y'all got bad bitches out there or what? Well, that really depends on what your major is. If you are just coming for the bad bitches, I would recommend you studying biology. That's where the majority of the bitches are at. You said you're my academic advisor, right?
Yep. Here to help you with everything except academics. If you need help with that, you speak to your professor. Alright, well, that sounds good. I appreciate you taking the time out to meet me. I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for biology. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for biology. I don't know shit about it, but so it'd probably be useful. All them bitches around, Hey, what's up, bro? Yo, what's good, dog? I just finished speaking to my academic advisor. I think I'm gonna major in biology. Yeah, he told me I should major in biology. He seemed like a cool dude and shit too, so I'm gonna probably ask him if he can help me get a fate soon. But shit, what you up to, bro? Yeah, I'm out making some dashes right now. Getting some paper. What you up to today, bro? Shit, I ain't doing shit, just chilling, bro. Wow, it was good. Well, I was seeing if you wanted to go to the movies later. The Odyssey came out and everybody's saying it's a banger. The movies cost like $16, bro. Plus tax. Nah, don't even worry about it, bro. I got it. I'll pay for you. You taking me on a date, nigga? What you gonna do? Come back and make dinner, some spaghetti and meatballs later too? It's 2026 and people are still putting meatballs in spaghetti? And you're eating it? You're eating balls of meat that your girlfriend is making for you. Your girlfriend is literally serving you balls of meat. Like, I'm not calling you gay or anything like that. I'm just saying that she's feeding you balls of meat. Dude, you're gonna be serious for like 2 seconds, bro. You say you're trying to take me to see this movie, right? Well, I was, until you made everything super uncomfortable, talking about how you gobble down balls of meat. That don't sit well with me, because I don't know what you're even talking about. So, the movies are a no-go now. I'm trying to think the last movie I actually saw in theaters. Fuck! It's been a minute. Well, it wasn't really that long ago. It was Weapons. It came out a year or 2 ago, but still, like, compared to some people, there's people who haven't been in the movies in like 5 years. I was one of them up until like 2 years ago, so I'm easing myself back into the game. I'm easing myself back into it. But I do know that I'm going to be one of the people who go during the day. I'm not going when the crowds are big and first weekend type of shit. You won't catch me doing none of that. The best thing for real is waiting for something to pull up at Starlight, the drive-in theater here. Nothing hits better than a drive-in theater and a hot dog from Starlight. Dudes. Yes, sir. At ours, we have like a little small field in front of the screen. So, like, when we were younger, it would be kind of a thing to get to the movie early so you can play football, like, on the grass down there in front of the movie. And, man, those were some of the best times and also some of the most painful, like, experiences because, we're all fucking playing tackle. No shoulder pads, helmet and shit. Kids being kids. But being the little badass I was, I was sneaking into the movies here and at Regal sometimes. But, like, at Starlight, my friend's family, they had like a truck or a van. And we would just all hide in the back underneath the stuff so we wouldn't have to pay or they wouldn't have to pay for us. Save about $25 and everybody going. But at Regal, it depends on when you went. I know they've changed it now, but before, they didn't have people working at the bottom checking tickets during the day. And
you could just go and pretty much walk by them. But the smarter thing to do was buy a ticket and you just movie hop for the whole day. And done that fair amount of times. And like my friend's family who I did all this shit with, you think I'm cheap. Like, they are definitely cheap. I didn't even know this was a thing until they were doing it, and then I started fucking doing it with them. But at Regal, the actual movie theater, if you had bought a bucket of popcorn before, you could pretty much keep refilling that bucket. So what they would do is they would just keep the bucket one time. They bought a bucket of popcorn one time and then took it home with them. And every time they went to the movie, they just went there and asked to refill it up and never paid for popcorn. Crazy. Good stuff. The last time I went and seen a movie at the drive-in theater, where you just put the radio into your car or turn it to the specific radio station, AM station, it was Top Gun Maverick. I went with this girl from North Carolina. Like, this bitch literally drove down from North Carolina and went to see this movie, but she ain't want to do nothing. Like, she just wanted to see this damn movie. She ain't want to go back and get dick or nothing. Well, she did, but I mean, you know how girls are. They don't want to give it up on the first date type of shit, make you work for it. So, I mean, I'm the same way. I don't like giving it up on the first date either, because there don't need to be a date involved. Drop your address or I give you my address, pull up, let's get this thing moving. What we gotta sit and talk about? We can sit and talk naked in bed. That's when we can talk, girl.
Vanilla got its own taste. 99 with the rest. I'm here right now, I'm trying to make it on this ass. Man, you just got out of a relationship. Fuck that bitch, I said never again. Bust it down on me, I'm nervous. Wait, poker chips cause I'm all in it. I'm in the capital like Richmond. I take a nap and got richer. I'm hanging out with them in Vegas. I'm a lover moves, the 40 left. I got emotion that'll make you feel sad. I got the most of any nigga who's here. Emo to show I'm serious. She said I wasn't reliable, cause I canceled on her and not fireworks. I justified it, but I'm lying. No, I'm trying more than some triangles, hey. Just got out of a relationship. Fuck that bitch, I said never again. Bust it down on me, I'm nervous. Wait, broke it just cause I'm all in it. I'm in the capital like Richmond.